Education plays a critical role in the development of a nation's civilization by improving the quality of human beings, especially childhood education. In an African society, early childhood learning is a collective effort. It starts with active participation from the community, the teachers, students, neighbors, and parents. In Uganda, due to different social and economic constructs, some communities have faced challenges with providing effective formal learning environments in schools for their children. What can be done about this, especially dealing with the after effects of the COVID-19 pandemic?
His Highness the Aga Khan found out that some schools or some parents did not have the opportunity of taking their children to nursery schools because they didn't have money. So he started this kind of support to the poorly marginalized communities. Our main work is to support communities, start and run ECD centers at low or no cost. Right now in Uganda, the Madrasa Early Childhood Program is mainly found in Wakiso, Kampala, Arua, and Yombe, then Mukono district. That is where we are mainly focusing. And wherever we go, we are focusing on early childhood development. As we implement our work, we normally target the people who are already there, the existing structures that can help us take on this project even without our presence.
This training is all about play, like child-centered methods, how you involve a child when you're teaching.
Whenever we refresh, we find that at least there is some kind of life that is put into what they are doing.
In order to address the rising challenges due to the pandemic, a stream of initiatives and interventions were created to cater to the different groups in the community concerning early childhood development.
And why did we choose to have this refresher training? You very well know after COVID, so many things happened, especially in the education sector, where most of the teachers left the profession, looked out for other survival. Most of the teachers lost interest because of so many reasons. So we wanted to bring back our teachers to see whether they can still continue and find out what their issues are so that we can keep the schools running.
I have 32 students, but the 3 are these disabled. There are some who have like family issues. So with these trainings, you get to learn how to handle such children, parents' approaches.
Most of them are new in this project. Why? Because they came in to replace those ones who left the system. So we thought that if we organize such a training for them, it will help them keep running, get reminded, and keep enjoying their job.
What I have learned from the refresher courses, I learned how to make lesson plans. I have delivered information to my colleagues. I have also learned how to make schemes of work, which have helped me so much to plan for my children.
Teachers, just like Amidu, have managed to find a semblance of normalcy through the refresher courses and look forward to improving theirs and their students' learning experience. To ensure that these refresher courses are implemented, a follow-up is done through cluster meetings where teachers get to share their knowledge and innovations to improve the learning experience among their peers and students.
These cluster meetings basically is targeted for the learners and the teachers, even the parents. We sit down and we make materials for the learners, because it is easy to teach a learner when you have materials to show that this is this, this is this, when you have it, not just talking verbally when you don't have what to show a learner. A learner learn very fast when they see what you are telling them. Madrasa and Aga Khan have done a lot to teach ECD teachers how to make these things, how to make materials in the class. So the difference is when you enter now these days in the class of an ECD teacher, you find everything, it is there.
We gain skills of modeling, classroom control. We can now teach like effectively. We make sure that our lessons, the teaching learning process, like children play.
Abazadde abamu babadde tebamanyi enkola eno, naye bwe tutuuka mu maka tubeeyanjulira era ne tubabuulira n'ekitongole ekitusindise na biki ebituleese okubasomesa mu maka gaabwe ebikwataganako n'abaana bano abato.
Madrasa ngimanyi nga ekibiina ekiyigiriza endabirira y'abaana n'engeri gy'oyinza omukoleramu ekyokuzanyisa nga kiri simple.
Abazadde bagenda kufunamu mu maaso okusinziira ku ebyo bye tubasomesa nga bayigiriza abaana baabwe.
The goal of Madrasa Early Childhood Program is the provision of quality early childhood development services, empowering the communities so that they can support ECD service provision at the community level. But at the same time, we are building the capacity of different stakeholders. With that, we are also doing a lot of technical advisory service provision to the government, and that brings us to sit on different working groups in the Ministry of Education. We have participated in a number of forums where we have been working together with the government to develop different materials that are supporting ECD in the country. We are spread out in different geographies, and we have impacted quite a number of children directly by reaching out to the children, and also indirectly through training the parents and training the caregivers. Our major contribution really came out during the time of COVID, when the whole country locked down on 20th March 2020 and only opened this year, January 2022. Children were home. So we worked with the parents to ensure that they continue learning even when they are home. ECD in Uganda has been considered a private sector led. That's why you have seen so many mushrooming nursery schools. Everywhere there is a nursery school, and the teachers in there are not paid by government. It is the proprietor to decide what he pays the caregiver. And yet, early childhood is the foundation, is the key. Without that early foundation, I mean, nothing much can be achieved. So our dream is to have all the children in this country active, happy, knowledgeable, and healthy. So that is our dream, and that's what we are working towards. So we shall continue training the ECD caregivers, those people who work with the children, be it within the home, be it in the schools, and be it at health centers.